Ahoj Teresko. So yesterday when we were talking, you mentioned that you'd like me to start making workout videos for you, so that you can start exercising at home and get in a better shape, maybe lose some weight. And I'm actually going to do it. I'm gonna start making exercise videos and putting them on YouTube so that you and anyone else who might be interested could actually also follow. But since you said you wanted to lose some weight, I thought it would be beneficial if I actually told you a little more about weight loss, because weight loss is actually quite a complicated matter, and it's definitely not about exercise only. So I thought that I would lead you through the labyrinth of all the information, because there's so much information available nowadays. The internet's flooded with nutritional information, diets, and all that stuff. And some of the information clashes, and some of it is completely wrong in the first place. So I thought I could maybe tell you what I've learned through the process of trial and error, and that way to make it easier for you on your own journey, especially since you're just 12 years old, and if you follow the wrong advice, then you might actually hurt yourself in the long term, and we don't want to do that. I want you to be healthy and happy your entire life. So I want to give you some basic easy advice that you can start applying right now, and that should help you pretty much right away on your weight loss journey. Here's what I think is the absolutely most vital thing of weight loss, and that's portions. The main reason why people are obese and overweight is that they eat way too much. The number one leading reason of obesity today is overeating. Our culture is so plentiful, we've kind of lost the touch of, or lost the sense of what is a little too much and what is not enough. So it is absolutely vital that we go back to that and learn how much is actually just right for us. Because if you keep eating the way you're eating, and I know how you're eating, and I know you love food, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, but if you keep eating the way you're eating, you're gonna end up being a really fat 20-year-old in a few years, and that's not, you don't want to be there. You know how I looked. I was never really fat, I was not obese, but I was never really happy with what I saw in the mirror, and I didn't know how to lose weight because I only had very few kilos. I had maybe 10 kilos to lose, which 10 kilos are really nothing when you're 170 centimeters tall. So I didn't know how to lose it, and now I finally lost it. I'm finally down those last 10 kilos. I'm pretty much at my perfect weight. And the reason, or the reason that I managed to do that was that I stopped overeating. Here are some practical steps that you can take every single time you eat to make sure that you eat less. But don't get me wrong, I want to emphasize this, you must not starve. Starving is not the way, especially in your age, especially when you're 12 years old or almost 13. You must eat properly, you must not starve. So-called dieting will not work for you. Well, I mean, it will work technically, but it could damage you really badly. So please do not diet, okay? You need to eat. What I'm suggesting is that basically you just give your body a chance to recognize that you're eating, and you'll give it a chance to release certain hormones that will let you know and make you feel that you're full, that you've had enough. And that can't be done any other way than slowing down. So every time you eat, you need to take your time. Eat slowly. and I'll say it once again, you have to eat slowly to be able to lose weight. Because when you eat fast, and I know you can do it, I know how fast you can eat, you know, I can eat really fast, our brother can eat fast, everybody can eat really fast. The problem with that is when you eat fast, you end up eating a whole lot of food. And when you eat a lot of food, you've consumed a lot of energy, and by the end of the day, you've eaten so much energy that your body doesn't know what to do with it, because it doesn't have a way of spending it, so it starts storing it, and you're gonna gain weight because the body doesn't know what to do with the extra energy. So once again, eat slow. And how to do that? Well, first of all, focus on your food. When you have food in front of you, focus on it. Know that you're eating. You're not being on your phone scrolling on Facebook or Instagram. You're not watching TV, because when you're watching TV, you're doing something else than eating. Then you'll stop paying attention, and you'll just keep automatically shoving food in your mouth. And it's an automatic thing, and you'll end up eating the entire portion, and that your parents gave you, which usually is way more than we actually need. So that's why we need to focus on food when we're eating. So first, focus on food. Second, chew every single bite at least 20 times. If you need to, count 20 times, count every chew you make. So 1, 2, 3, up to 20. And then swallow. Unless it's a soup, of course, that's something different. But so once you've swallowed, you're gonna put your fork down, or whatever you're using, grab a glass of water, and have a little sip of water. And have a little breath, take a breath, and relax, and smile at your parents. And then pick up your fork and have another bite and chew 20 times. And that way, your meal will take so much longer, and you'll give your body a chance to release those hormones that will let you know, that will make you feel satisfied, that will make you feel like, ooh, okay, I'm getting really full. And that moment is when you want to stop eating. It doesn't matter if you still have a half of your plate full. It doesn't matter. Once you start feeling like you're getting full, and I want to emphasize this again, when you're getting full, not when you're full. When you're getting full, that's when you want to put down the fork and stop eating. Yeah, because if you keep eating, you're just gonna overeat. Anything past that point is just overeating, eating more than you need to. And that's not gonna get you nowhere. That's not gonna get you anywhere if you're trying to lose weight. So please do that. Another thing is to actually wait for your body to tell you when it's hungry. We all know how to recognize hunger, but I'm gonna say it just in case. The best way of recognizing hunger is actually waiting for your stomach to growl. Once it starts growling, that's when you're hungry. You can double check. Sometimes our stomach can be a little tricky, so it might start growling, but just to be sure that you're actually hungry, I suggest that you grab a glass of water and have a little bit of water and just wait a little bit. If it starts growling again, you're good. You're good to go. Go have your breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever the time of the day is. But if it doesn't, then you will just have cravings. And cravings are your enemy, because cravings pretty much destroy any progress, any weight loss that we might be achieving, because cravings make us eat so much. And once again, you don't want to eat too much, because then you'll end up overeating. So how do you recognize cravings? Well, cravings usually happen when we're bored. So if you're bored and you start feeling hungry, 2 hours after you just ate, then you're probably just having cravings. If you're sad and you just ate an hour and a half ago, but you get sad and whatever, then you're probably just having cravings. If you really do not know if you're just craving something, then ask yourself, what is my not what is the meal that I don't care for too much, that I would eat, that I will eat when I'm hungry, but that I wouldn't eat unless I'm really hungry. So for me, that's like a salad with lettuce and carrots and bell pepper. So whenever I'm not sure if I'm hungry or have cravings, I ask myself, okay, Nicole, so are you hungry enough to actually eat that salad made of lettuce, carrots, and bell pepper? And when the answer is no, then it's just craving. And when the answer is yes, then I'm like, okay, it's time to eat. Let's go eat. So basically that's a pretty good way of recognizing cravings. The important point here is, do not satisfy cravings. Cravings are tricky. They are tricky. They're gonna try to convince you that one piece of chocolate is not gonna do anything, and that the handful of nuts is not gonna ruin anything for you, but you must not give in to them. You must resist, because if you fail once, that's fine. If you fail twice, that's fine too. But then you might actually start creating a habit of failing, and we don't want that. The point is, only eat when you're hungry, and when you're craving something, that's natural. It happens all the time. But the important thing is to realize that it's just cravings. You're not hungry, you don't need to eat, and you shouldn't eat. So when you have cravings, just make sure you get up and go out, or just find something, find an activity to get your head out of your stomach so that you're not drawn towards the fridge and don't stuff your mouth full of food, because you're trying to lose weight, and stuffing more food in your mouth is not gonna help you lose weight, and it's actually gonna make you feel horrible, because if you fail and if you overeat, you're gonna feel bad, you're gonna feel like a failure, you're gonna feel down, and it's gonna discourage you, and it's gonna make it harder for you to actually stick with your weight loss program. And believe me, it is so worth it. Cravings will go away eventually. They're the worst, especially in the beginning, but you have to stick it out. Just stick to your diet, stick to your whatever you decided to go with, and do not give in, because they'll disappear, I promise. Yeah, so that's about nutrition. Plus minus. We can talk about it more eventually. It's just I wanted to give you like quick little tips, that you can start incorporating right now, and start your weight loss right now. I just want to say one more thing, just to, in conclusion, don't forget, you're still growing, okay? You must not starve. You must eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 3 meals a day, at least. If 3 meals a day are enough for you, that's great. If you get hungry between the meals, that's completely fine. Just check if it's not just a craving, and if you're actually hungry, then have a snack. Have a little something. But do not starve. You must not starve. I can't stress this enough. If you start starving, you're gonna hurt yourself. You're not only going to feel horrible because you're not getting enough food, you'll be hungry all the time, you'll be grumpy, you'll hate your life. And but the most important thing there is that you could also be It's called malnutrition. You could be on your way to actually hurting your body by not giving it enough nutrients out of food. You know, enough minerals, vitamins, protein, fat, and carbohydrates. And it's absolutely imperative, especially when you're still growing, to have enough food. Okay, so I know you want to lose weight, and I'm gonna help you with it. But starving is not the way. It might work for a little bit, but you could hurt yourself really bad. So please, please, please be smart about it and just eat. And be mindful about what you eat, and mainly about how much you eat, because like I said, the portion size and how much you eat is the key to actually being slim. So I think that's gonna be it for right now. Let me know if you have any questions. Yeah, let me know. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.